Y'all, and I was sitting here trying to go through my channel to be like, hey, did I not do this? I could have sworn I did Mars conjunct Venus, but I didn't. I couldn't have. Mars conjunct Venus, Synastry. See how to drink that smoothie? Y'all, this is a good smoothie too. Listen. If you, now I don't, listen, I don't by no means do I set up the longevity of a relationship. If people are gonna last, if it's gonna they're gonna be good for each other or not, based on a single what's that called? A single aspect. No. But I will tell you this. Mars conjunct Venus is one of them ones, baby, that is nice to have in your chart. In your synastry aspects for somebody, it's very nice to have. And I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, it's two energies that is like the yin and the yang. The yin and the yang. You know, it's two planets that like to interact with each other, you know, and they're both personal planets, and that's a good thing. So Venus conjunct Mars is passionate love. Okay, notice I said passionate love. Now I said Saturn and Venus is deep love. Venus and Mars is passionate love, because we got Mars with the passion and we got Venus with the love. And y'all, let me see, because I don't even know. I'm trying to figure out where I should start first with this, because it's a good synastry to have, even when other things are off. So let me start here. First, I want to say this. Let's take it because a lot of times, you know, I have known people to say it's better if the feminine is the Venus and the masculine is the Mars. Get it? Okay. If we go there, that is true, because Mars would be like the pursuer. Now see, where people don't get is when energies is playing out against other energies in the chart. And you might have like two signs that these planets falls in that kind of cancel out this aspect. Like, if I'm going back to Libra, Aries, okay, because what ends up happening is Libra, Aries. Libra is a fair sign. Like, okay, when I'm looking for fairness, it's about social justice, whatever. So a lot of times, and this is just one, I'm just using this as an example, it does not fall under specific gender guidelines every single time. I know it. I dealt with a man that had Moon in Libra, and I don't feel like the gender roles was just a norm. Like, there were times when he was okay with me doing things for him, you know, just because of the fact, like, you know, it's like, oh, well, you know, my partner would want to do this for me, you know what I'm saying? So I noticed that with Libra, the Libra Aries axis, and falling into Venus and Mars compatibility, or like synastry. These are two signs that can cancel out the typical gender roles. Okay, just keep that in mind. But with that being said, if you take Mars, and Mars is the aggressor, Mars is passionate, Mars is like, man, you know, like, Venus was really turning me on just by being. Because see, what happens with Venus a lot of times, see, Mars is the action, our action, what motivates us, you know, to go after something. What is our desires, our core basic desires, right? And then it's like, okay, well, dang on, this is what I want. Venus gets to just be Venus, and not really do anything. But Venus is doing a lot, because beauty, people say, hey, it costs a lot to be beautiful. Beauty is pain, you know. So Venus is doing a lot, but it doesn't, it receives, she receives, he, whatever, receives. It's in the position of receiving. And because it's receiving, and it's not about what it wants necessarily or what it needs, it's about what it attracts or what it defines attractive. See, we always get what it attracts, but we always leave out what it finds attractive. And this is where I'm about to flip it at. Because, you know, with that initially said, Mars is going to be immediately turned on by Venus. Period. Like, you sitting over there looking at Venus, or like Venus walking by, Venus twiddling his hair, Venus having the resting bee face. You know what I'm saying? Mars is like, damn, I like when she's mad. Woo! Just by being. When you flip it around, I'm about to throw a cold curveball on you. But not see this written nowhere, because I'm gonna know where you got it from. So, listen, throw a curveball. But if you take the masculine, this could be just as good if the man is Venus, baby. I'm about to tell you how. I'm about to tell you how. Y'all said y'all want to know my secrets, because I told somebody, it was another video I did, and I was like, y'all, I could tell you some secrets. I ain't gonna tell you everything, but I can tell you something. I can tell you something. They was like, yes, in the comment section, tell us your secrets. Tell us more secrets. But Venus is it could be very good to have Venus as the masculine too. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Venus is what you attract, what you are attracted to. As the Venus, if you take the Venus, you flip it around, and this is the masculine's position. Venus could be highly attracted to Mars. So if you take the Mars person, if the Mars is the feminine, Venus as a masculine is highly, it's attracting. This is why it works. Because take some situations where you're the guy and you're attracted to the chick, and she ain't attracted to you back, but you're like, daggone it, why my types ain't attracted to me? This is a situation where you are the masculine and you're attracted to a type of woman or a type of feminine, and that feminine is attracted to you back. It's a mutual attraction, baby. Mutual attraction. But I'm telling you, what you do is, as if you're the feminine and you're the Mars, you are naturally attractive to the Venus as the masculine. The Venus as a masculine is highly attracted to you as the feminine Mars. I'm talking about to the point, okay, to where they're attracted to your mannerisms. They're attracted to the way you move. They're attracted to the way you do things, your vibe, your aggression. They're attracted to your how should I say it? There's more stuff that I want to say. Your possessiveness. Now, don't get carried away, because you have to balance this out. I never will tell, as a woman, okay, that's dealt with men naturally, all right, naturally over the years. Before, I was into astrology for a long time. Before I even developed myself to the level that I am, I was interacting with men, and I will tell you, I would never completely go after a man. You have to do your little things. You have to drop the handkerchief. And you got to know when and when not to do certain things. You're lucky if you're the feminine and you're the Mars in this situation. And I'm going to tell you why. Because that masculine, that's the Venus, is very attracted to you. Like, they're watching little, like for instance, when the way you, depending on what sign it's in, but I'm saying, the way you do everything, like the way you do things, it's like, and you want your masculine, any man you're involved with, to be attracted to you. Because there's one thing to be like, okay, like, yeah, I'm going to go after this person for my own gratifications. Because that's Mars. My own gratifications. My sexual gratifications. I'm turned on by this person. But then it's like, because when you flip it around, a lot of times, then like, what makes it not last or possibly is because it's like, okay, so what do we do after that? You get what I'm saying? In the position where the masculine is a Venus, what happens to the Mars as a feminine? The Mars as a feminine is really keeping this masculine attracted over long periods of time. Like attracted. That's like, I'm just like attracted by the way this person just moves. Like if this person breathes, I'm attracted to it. If this y'all don't hear, if this person sneezes, I'm attracted to it. Not that it's just in the moment. It's just the way this person does things, period. If you get mad, listen to me, because this is going to be a long, listen, we can go here. If you, as a Mars person, the way that you get mad at the Venus person, the way that you get angry, the way that you show that, the Venus person is attracted to it. So you like, they don't even know whether to be mad with you back, argue with you back, or to be like, dang, like, argue with me, curse me out again. You would want, as the feminine, you have a lot of power over the Venus person. If it's a masculine, let's flip it around. I feel like we know this. If you flip it around, yes. If you are the feminine in the Venus, the Mars as a masculine is attracted to you. They will be like lust after you. They will desire you. They will pursue you, whatever. I will say this though, it really works vice versa. Because when you imagine yourself being attracted to something. If you're attracted to it, it's like stimulating each other. You just get turned on by it. That's why I like this energy. You just get turned on by it. You just be like, dang, like you just came and you sat next to me. You touched me. Like, touch me some more. Don't like touch me more. Like, and then you find yourself wanting to touch a person because it's like, dang, like, ooh, let me touch your hair because your hair is looking lovely. Let me touch your skin. Let me run my fingers through your hair. You know what I'm saying? Let me taste you. Okay, Venus can be very material and physical because of material. They find the same interest and stuff like eating. Okay, y'all. But I ain't talking about that type of eating. But come here. Eating. So they can enjoy eating together, like eating dinner, eating snacks, eating desserts. Each other, hey. But I'm just saying they can't. And I'm talking about in a sense to where it's like an aphrodisiac or something, like feeding each other. Like, oh, let me put this in your mouth. You know, they can put things like, you know, like they want to literally, how should I say it? They want to kind of blend in with one another in a passionate way. Like, now, I could see this even like with water signs too, with these placements. Water signs. because you take a Scorpio, or like a Mars or Scorpio, Venus Pisces, or Cancer or something, you know. Cancer, Mars and Cancer, Venus Pisces, Pisces and Mars, or Mars and Pisces, Venus and Cancer, whatever. I'm just saying, because it tends to be like, man, let's like kind of like just blend. I don't want to know where my body ends and yours stop and stuff like that. It could literally get like that, like with any sign. But I'm just saying, and they could, because when it comes, I'm going back to like the feeding, because it's like it becomes like during being intimate with each other, like putting like your finger in someone's mouth, or listen, y'all, rubbing each other, like rubbing each other physically, caressing and stuff like that. It could become very addictive being around each other. I did not want to just make that sexual, because I don't feel like it's about that. It could be even like about money, like the interest, like spending on stuff. That could become a problem. See, the same thing here, if I was to talk about the downside, would be the same thing that is what you want out of each other anyways. It's like, okay, oh, we're spending a lot of money, but I had to buy you that lingerie. Like we wanted to go out to a dinner. Like it could be really romantic when they go out and like doing romantic stuff, like, and having fun too, because Venus is fun. But their fun could be romantic. Let me tell you, see, this is that type of chemistry that other people notice as well, you know, and it could be hard to hide, but it could be fun to hide at the same time. It could be fun to, because it's like, man, like, they don't know that I just be, like, woo. They don't know what really be going down with me and this person. But depending on what house this falls in, it could be very hard to hide. Like, other people could not, even if you're not together, other people could be like, man, I could see them two together. Like, why is them two not, And people could try to set you up together too, you know. I'm going on 20 minutes here, but I went into this like this because I wanted to show the flip side of it, and it could be very intense and like hard to stay away from each other. You know, this is one of those aspects of where like you sleep together and then you can build a whole relationship around it, or end up in a relationship. You know, it's hard to go home the next morning. It's very, you compare it to other people you've been with and you're like, man, but it's like, but I don't get it, because like, yeah, this was good over here, but I don't get like this is something about this that it's enticing and fulfilling at the same time, but I can't get enough. Like, it's hard to get enough of each other. Now, you can see this with the sextile too. I kind of feel like, and the sextile is like definitely sexy. You know what I'm saying? This one is too. Like, this one is sexy, but the sextile is definitely sexy. I feel like it's more of a freedom in it. This, like a, you know, like, oh yeah, we're flowing with it. You know, like flowing. This one could be, and there's distinct in the sextile. I don't want to talk about the sextile here. I'll do it later, but it's distinct. I'm this individual, you're that individual, and we're like combining with each other, and we want to. The conjunction is kind of hard to say, I'm this individual, you're that individual. You start to be like, man, like you want to mesh together with the individual, you know, and just, it can become compulsive, and it could become possessive, and it could become, you know, all consuming, and it could become like a tug of war, even though it's the conjunct, because it's Mars and Venus. You get what I'm saying? So it could become like, it could be like, instead of the sextile, it could be like, because I want to say, because sextile do have that energy, like, let's fight, or let's get in an argument and make up and enjoy making up. But this one, it's not let's get into an argument and make up. It's, well, we bump heads because of something, but then like when we, like, they want to fix it because they're like, okay, how do we fix it? And the way to fix it is usually sexually or buying or gifting or doing something for the other one. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely, most of the time, it's sexually. It's like, we can't really make this right until I show you. You know, I can't really talk about it. Like, I want to show you how you're making me feel on the inside. And this is even with the signs and air signs. You know, it's kind of like, because when we get in the bedroom, I'm going to then talk to you and be like, oh my God, I'm sorry. You know, I didn't mean to do that. It's just because you did this, you ain't gonna do this again. Huh? What? No. You know, this is where it gets blurred lines, you know, to where it gets possessive and it gets kind of all consuming. Okay, I'm gonna stop there though because it's 21 minutes and 13 seconds, baby, and I gotta go. All right, this is been Venus conjunct Mars. I'm Butterfly Light. Peace.